TJHT, TJHT. This is the Thunder Master. This is the Thunder Master. TJHT, TJHT. Now, this is the second video on Dawn of Justice. Batman versus Superman. Dawn of Justice. Not the actual review yet. I'm gonna do that probably last, but this one is the stuff that I didn't particularly like and the stuff that I liked. Basically, the misses and the hits. Basically, missed opportunities, shit that they hit spot on, stuff like that. Now, shouldn't take that long, but here we go. Now, okay, first of all, a lot of people don't particularly agree with them doing another old Batman's parents. Then they showed it again, too. Batman's parents, pow, got him again. Every movie with Batman in it, it's like you have to show his parents getting flattened. Come on. Okay, but you know what? Because it's the DCEU, the DCEU Detective Comics, by the way, Detective Comics Extended Universe. Because it's the DCEU first hit on Batman, they wanted to, I guess, have at least something with showing how Batman, because it's supposedly it's just, bigger than any other single Batman movie, so it's because it's a part of a whole other cinematic or extended universe. So, okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave you alone on that one. I'll give you that one. Because it's like he's an already established Batman by the time he comes into the movie. Already established. They did more of the there's a storyline with Batman. The Dark Knight Returns. I do believe the storyline name is for the graphic novel, comic book, alternate thing. But they did a more Dark Knight Return version of it where he's already seasoned, established, shit already happens. He's been through the grinder and back, and then through it again and back, and then set it on fire. You get the picture. But I guess they wanted to touch on it again, so if or when, because let's face it, he should. It's Batman. He should get his own solo movie. And it's DCEU now. It's like Batman is like no shortage of Batman movies. He's probably one of the superheroes that got more, if not the superhero that got more movies than anybody. But this is DCEU now, so yes, he deserves his own solo movie or two. Now, I guess they didn't want to touch it, and then frankly, they probably shouldn't. Maybe briefly mention it, but yeah, they got it out the way in the Dawn of Justice thing. They showed his, knock it out there. Okay, I'll give you that one. So I'm not going to judge that one as a miss. I'll give you, I understand why people didn't want to see it again, but I'm going to give you a hit on that one. Boom! Got it, DC. Now, this is character stuff, but they kind of missed an opportunity with what they did with Lex Luthor, because and the fact that there's people out there that liked his performance as Lex Luthor, what the fuck? Were we watching the same movie, honestly? Because Lex Luthor is he's a fucking asshole. He is. He's a fucking dick. Condescending little shit sometimes, but he's a dick. But he's like, the way that dude played him, and yeah, I do know his name, but the way that dude played him is like, he was a little too I mean, Lex Luthor's not he's like but he's not Lex Luthor's like, oh, I might have to shoot this nigga in his face eventually. He's not like, I want to shoot this nigga in the face. He's actually, it's like, it's a difference. Just saying. But anyway, so yeah. Now, what they did with the movie, I have to mention it. They actually, by the way, spoilers, refreshers. They actually did do the death of Superman story arc within the movie. That actually caught quite a few people off guard because didn't see it coming. Oh, I'm going to get to that in a second. But actually didn't see that coming. Now, granted, I don't have much faith in the DCEU because I doubt they're gonna do. I'll be pleasantly surprised if they do, but I doubt they're gonna do the Reign of the Superman storyline, which is when if you know the comic book version when Doomsday. By the way, okay, before I even get to that, let me get to Doomsday because what the fuck? I'm gonna get back to that, but what the fuck were they thinking? It's like, I don't even particularly care about General Zod that much, but the character itself should be respected more than what they did with it. I don't dislike General Zod, and I like how that dude played him. I don't ask why I'm not saying their names, because I actually know his name too. But I like how he played him, but what the fuck? It's like they made Doomsday it's like an amalgam, if you will. They kind of mashed up a few different characters into one. They kind of made General Zod they made Doomsday a zombie version of General Zod. It was General Zod's body that went through some change, and Luthor put some blood in it, and it contaminated, and it came out as this just awful, terrible looking thing that didn't resemble Doomsday at all from the books. He actually resembled more never mind. But he actually, I'll get to that later too. Now, or in another video. It was terrible. It just looked awful, and it was greasy and oozy. Even when they got hit with missiles and energy, it just still was greasy. What the hell? It's like, it was just awful. They kind of mixed up, like I said, General Zod, Doomsday, and maybe a little bit of Bizarro in that shit. Just a little bit. It was just fucking awful. And then on top of that, first of all, for another thing, Doomsday can carry a movie by himself. Doomsday's fucking bad. If you don't know, Doomsday is actually equal strength or greater strength than Superman. Because every time he dies, he gets stronger. Every time he dies, he comes back, he gets stronger. Now, excuse me. Doomsday can carry, because when he first came in the comic book, obviously, him and Superman fought, and they kind of killed each other, although it turned out that Superman wasn't really killed. He just went into hibernation. He didn't have his powers when he first came back. It's a whole thing. But he can carry a movie by himself, but he didn't appear. Now, don't get me wrong. Dawn of Justice was a Batman versus Superman movie. So I'm not complaining about... Yes, I'm complaining about that a little bit. It's like Doomsday was just... It was like a kind of glorified cameo. An oozy shit turd version as a glorified cameo. So, and then they did the deaths of Superman in it. So, it's... they didn't really do the black Superman patches on the arms. I got to look at it again because I don't remember seeing that, but they should have. And it was like mad superheroes at the funeral in the comic book, but I get it because they kind of just starting the DCEU, so a lot of the superheroes ain't established yet. But in the original, the DCEU, the comic book, it was like a mad superheroes and some villains with the patches and all that shit. They at least did the patches. I don't remember if they did or not. I have to watch the movie again, so if they didn't, missed it. Just saying. Now, like I said, it's like now the fight, they only fought once, which is kind of, it was a good fight, but they only fought once. Fine. You know what, I'm going to leave you alone, but I'm not going to give you a win for that one either. I'm going to leave that in the middle. Or at least close to the middle. On the win side, because the fight was actually good. It was actually good. They did fight, obviously, and it was a good fucking fight. It was a good fight. It was good. It was good. Yeah, no Joker. They kind of missed an opportunity. That one, more glorified cameo. They were like, oh, the other Justice Leaguers is going to be in Dawn of Justice. They were I wouldn't call that being in it. That was, come on, that was really, they weren't even in it. They were videos, basically. Batman was watching videos that Lex had gotten on other metahumans, and it was just like all of them was on videos, for like Flash, what's his name, Cyborg, and Aquaman. And it missed the opportunity after the last fight scene when Lois was about to drown. Aquaman could have came right there, saved the bitch, and got the rod and joined the fight. Nah. Superman was like, oh shit, bitch is drowning. Oh. Then it did the death of Superman like right after that shit. But back to this. I doubt they're gonna do the Reign of the Superman storyline with the 4 Supermen. It was like, hopefully I'm gonna get this right if I remember correctly. It was the Eradicator, the Clone Superman, which was Superboy, Cyborg Superman, which I do believe was the villain. It was the villain, right? And Steel. Basically the Black Iron Man. Basically the Black Iron Man with a big ass hammer. I got a bigger hammer too. But yes. Oh, and that's the 4. That was like, that was the shit. If they do that, the Eradicator, Superboy, Cyborg Superman, and Steel, and they all had different color. And when it came out, it was a big thing. They had different colored books, and they had the Superman symbol. It was like they had the Superman sign cut out of the front of the. It was like not a hardcover book, but they had the Superman sign cut out, and when you open it, it was like this different Superman sign per book. It was fucking hot. Oh man, they should put that shit in the. I doubt they're gonna do it, but I hope they pleasantly surprise me. I hope they pleasantly surprise me and do the Reign of Superman either for Superman 2 or at the beginning of Justice League or whatever. I don't know. Just do the Reign. Just do the Reign of Superman, man. Another missed opportunity. By the way, I'm just gonna jump right to the next one. Another missed opportunity. They had the Para Angels in the Dawn of Justice movie. No Darkseid. No Darkseid. They were kind of skinny Power Angels because they kind of fat and puffy. I kind of like the fat Power Angels. I know I don't like saying Parademons, but there you go, Parademons. But the Power Angels was basically like, they were like, you know, they were like fit. I like the fat versions. Give me some chunky ass supervillains. Thank you, thank you. But anyway, they missed the opportunity. Darkseid did not. And even at the end, when like he's coming, everybody's like, is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it? You know how the other company, the other ones, I'm just saying, they didn't have to say shit. They didn't even tell people they wouldn't do it. All of a sudden, they were like, at the end of their other ones, at the end of that shit, they were like, dun, dun, dun. The Earthlings are not the weaklings that they thought they were. And then the dude turned around like that, and everybody that knew any better, all of us that knew was like, oh shit, they could have did that. They could have did that in Dawn of Justice, and they fucking missed it. Because Darkseid is just as much a badass as that guy. And when they did a crossover, the first crossover between companies, by the way, those two actually fought. I might do a video on that later, or because I was like, I might not. I'm probably gonna forget, but I might probably won't. And I didn't get lazy, but it doesn't matter. They actually fought each other. It was like they were talking shit most of the time. They hit each other, eye beams, but basically equal badasses. Just one for each company. Boom. There you go. So, no introduction, no setup. Really, come on, bring that nigga. Bring that nigga. Now, anyway, so they missed the opportunity, the big fucking opportunity with that shit. And I think they wanted to save the Joker for the Suicide Squad movie that's coming out later this year. I think they want to save the Joker for the Suicide Squad movie. But they could have just as easily put the Joker in that movie and give him some type of introduction and shit. And they also took out a few people that were supposed to make an appearance in that movie, and they shouldn't. But overall, it wasn't just well paced. It was actually done pretty good. I mean, they missed a lot of shit. But they actually got a lot of stuff right, because they didn't misuse Wonder Woman, they didn't misuse Superman, and they didn't misuse Batman. Basically, the big three. They misused everybody else. the Justice League though. But they didn't misuse the big three. They misused the shit out of the supervillain, but they didn't misuse the rest. And then the supporting cast like Lois Lane and Perry White and what's her name? Superman's mother, whatever her name was, and all that shit. I mean, even some of the like the non-supervillains, like, well, technically he kind of is a supervillain in the comic book. That Russian dude, I forgot his name in the book, but basically he didn't wear his suit during the movie, but that was him basically. And just like some of the other, I mean, they found room for like a lot of supporting cast. They did that very well. Respect. They did that. And that general dude that was in the Superman movie, he was actually in it too. And it's like, yeah, they actually did pretty good. And then Holly, that senator chick, I forgot her name. They fucked up and killed Mercy like way too early though. I mean, they just blew this bitch the fuck up. It was like, you brung Mercy for what? And then blow her up like, she barely had a speaking role. Then he's like, bye, bitch. Okay, all right. You fucked up on that one. But yeah, basically it was like, you know, some things they did like really like, but then some things it was like, they did that fucking really well. I like the Batmobile. Again, Batmobile almost never disappoints. I can't actually, honestly, don't remember a Batman movie where the Batmobile actually disappoints. Honestly, the Batmobile is like, the Batmobile is the Batmobile. That's all you have to really say. The Batmobile is the Batmobile. And that's also a big part of Batman's popularity, is his gadgets. It's just undeniably one of the biggest parts of Batman's popularity and why he's actually so as dangerous as he is. Not just his intellect and his vast fighting skill, but it's the gadgets that goes along and how he incorporates all of his shit together. The intellect, the fighting skills, the gadgets, and his fucking wealth. And it's just like, Batman, man. Just what else you gotta say? Batman. That's it. Sit, nigga. TZIT, sit. That's all you gotta say. It's Batman. So yeah, they did that well, and he always comes up with some of the coolest fucking gadgets to go with his shit, man. And miraculously, by some type of magic, these gadgets, no matter what size it is, fits in his utility belt. I like that. I like how they just break the fucking pocket dimension that is his fucking utility belt. I'm just saying, it's like impossible, and he's a regular human, so no, but everything fits in it. You know what? We just go with it. Just like nobody can tell Clark Kent is Superman with the glasses on. Like, oh shit, who's this guy? Oh, never seen him before. And you know what? We just go with it. Fuck it. It's Superman. Fuck it. It's Superman. Oh wait, I don't know this dude. It's not. Okay, right. But we just go with it. So fuck it. There you go. Wait. Where did the Thunder Master go? I'm just TJ. Ding! Where did the Thunder Master go? There he is! Oh! It's TJ again! I had to make fun of you a little. Had to make fun of that a little bit. But anyway, all in all, it was actually a good movie. Like I said, later on, I'm gonna do the full characters that I remember. Because basically, when I am going to have time to see it again, if I forget something when I do the actual full review thing, it's not even going to be a full review. I'm just going to basically summarize it. But if I forget anything, I'll probably either redo the video and post the new thing, or do a new video and add some shit, or I'm just going to leave it the fuck out and you go see it for yourself and you make your own judgments. But anyway, that's it for now. This is the Thunder Master. TGHT. TGHT. This is the Thunder Master. TJHT. TJHT.